Hey guys, it's Lori. I totally forgot to make an intro for this video and I look like crap, so that's okay. I'm gonna do it anyway. I have a Dollar Tree craft project to show you guys. Here we go. Let's get started. All right guys, here are the supplies I'm gonna be using for this project. The first thing, this is just some newspaper and an old placemat that I laid down for a paint surface. I'm gonna be using one of these, which I'm tearing it apart, and I'm only going to be using one part of it, which is going to be one of these footballs. But this came from the Dollar Tree, so there's going to be lots of pieces of this left to still use for something else. And I'm going to need some paint. I'm just going to use this Waverly chalk paint in plaster, which is kind of an off-white. I'm going to be using some of this black paint. This is just an acrylic paint. It's Americana, and honestly, someone gave me a bunch of these paints, so I don't know where it came from, but it was brand new. I just took the seal off, so I'm going to be using one of the two of these paint brushes, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use this stiffer one. But anyways, I'm going to be using a foam paintbrush as well, and a little bowl just to put my paint in. Let me get that stuff out of the way. One of these beware signs. I'm going to be using one of these. And what I did, this is a new one, but what I did, this is the one that I'm actually going to be using. And if you can see the difference there, this one's not sparkly and this one is. Because I just took a sander to it and kind of sanded off the glitter, just because there was a lot of fallout with the glitter and I didn't want it falling all over the place. So anyways, yep, the reason I'm even telling you that's the reason I did that is because I'm going to be painting this, but I'm actually painting this side. I only sanded it a little bit. It literally took me like 2 minutes to sand it. Just a quick time just to get some of that glitter off so it doesn't fall all over the place. That's the only reason I sanded it. But that's what I'm going to be using. These are my supplies. Oh, and one last supply is going to be this angle right here. So I'm going to be using that. Here's another supply that I forgot to tell you guys about. One of these little squares of an old t-shirt that I cut up. I'm going to be using that towards the end of the project. And this is my paint, and I haven't mixed it up or stirred it up yet. I use a plastic knife, because I mean, who even uses the plastic knives when you get like the plastic silverware that comes with fork, knives, and spoons? I use them, but only for this. I mean, you always have, at least I always have, tons of plastic knives left over, and they are perfect for stirring up little things of paint like this. And this paint is a thicker paint, and it goes a long way. So, yep, let me get this stirred up and get started. I mean, a very little bit of paint is all I put in this little bowl, because it does go a long way. And if I don't get like full coverage, I'm fine with that, because I'm gonna make this a little bit on the rustic side anyway. It's not gonna be like super rusticed up, but yeah, so this will be just fine, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna need any more paint than this, but I'll find out in a minute. Yep, I need a little bit more. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a second coat, because when it dried kind of uneven. I didn't get it on very evenly. So that's the reason that I'm gonna go ahead with one more coat, and I'll be back with you after that. While I'm waiting on my second coat to dry, I'm gonna show you. I put way too much paint in the bowl this time, so I've already done it with most of it, but I get it on this in order to put it back in the bottle, because I mean, I don't want to waste it. So I just take my little plastic knife and scrape it off of there back into my bottle. So is that frugal or what? I can't help it. I just can't stand to waste. All right, the next step, and we now have SpongeBob in the background. But the next step, I'm going to use just a dot of this paint. I'm just going to stick it on this piece of an old envelope that we got in the mail, piece of junk mail. Shake it up a little bit. And if I can get it open, there we go. I just need a little dot. I'm going to take this brush and just get the tips in it. All I'm doing is making it a little bit rustic, and if I mess it up, I can go over it with a little bit of white. All right, this right here, that streak right there is a little bit darker than I'd like it to be, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of white. I'm gonna do the same thing over top of it with the white. All right, now it's just the way I want it. Next step is going to be the edges. I'm going to make the edges look a little bit worn with the same black paint. This time I'm going to use my fabric square, and I'm just going to put a little bit of paint right on the fabric, and I'm going to kind of work it into the fabric just a little bit. I don't want a lot of paint at all. Okay, now let me see if you can see me. I think you can see me. I'm just going to put it on the edges. The reason I'm doing this before I letter it is this way I can go over it with some white and fix it if I screw up, which I kind of did right there, but that's okay. All right, to touch up where I screwed up, I'm just gonna dip it a little bit, just a little bit into the white and just go over it. There, I think that's just the way I want it. You can wash this out and reuse it if you want to. I don't mess around with it because I have a lot of these scrapped fabric squares, so I just throw them in the garbage. It's convenient. The next thing I did was I grabbed my blue painter's tape. That was one supply that I didn't tell you about because I didn't realize I was gonna use it, but I did. I just wanted to tape off and make it kind of even as to where I wanted my lettering to go. And I used this angle square thingy that I purchased at the Dollar Tree as well to draw off my letters. If you can see, I've drawn on F, L, and L. So I am going to use my black acrylic paint, and I have to go grab my paintbrush again because I washed it. And Oh, nope, here it is. I lied, I forgot, I set it beside me. But I'm gonna use my paintbrush and this black acrylic paint, and I'm gonna paint those letters in. I'm losing my mind a little bit because I thought I recorded painting this F on here, but I didn't hit record or something, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna need touched up a little bit, like right here. A couple little tiny spots are gonna need touched up. I'm gonna wait till it completely dries to do that. And I was telling you guys that this thing's got some wild hairs in it. So I'm gonna go get a different paintbrush to use and finish the lettering. All right, guys, here is this part all done. I didn't get the letters exactly perfect around the edges, but I decided to stop trying to make them perfect, just embrace the imperfections and call it mine. So there's this part. I know I forgot the A, right? Not really, because we're going to use this football from the sign that I showed you earlier that I took apart. Here's the rest of the pieces from that. So you can use these for something else. And I'm going to put that football right there. So let's do that. There it is. All done. I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna go see what John thinks of it. Let's go show him. Honey, do you mind if I record you for a second?
No.
Okay. You can't see him very well anyways because of the glare, so he's probably okay with that. I want to show you what I made.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Put it up.
I was gonna stand it up somewhere. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And if you don't like where it is, you can put it wherever you want. You can choose where to put it if you want.
All right.
Okay, it was a success. He likes it.